What now, you piece of filth? Move it! Take it easy.
Good work.
Thank you. Master Witcher, have you any news?
Solved your problems. Coronata and Vermentino can both go back to operating normally.
Under the circumstances, it is my pleasure to announce that title to the Belgard vineyard will officially be signed over to the new consortium the two of you shall form.
Truly? I cannot believe it! We've done it!
Oh, thank you, Witcher. I've no idea how to repay you.
Could start with my reward.
Yes! Well deserved, I dare say. Here.
Far be it from me to insist, but I've a feeling a professional's aid might yet be useful to you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come with me. It is high time you saw Belgard.
I'm not sure I liked his tone. Come with us, Witcher. Something tells me we shall have work for you yet.
All right, let's go.
My desire for Belgard to pass into capable hands was no idle whim. For the vineyards, I've been told of workers dying on their rounds, monsters prowling about. Before anyone can call this home, they will have to deal...
More work for me, I guess.
If you're willing, we're...
More or less already agreed.
That's a weight off...
I'll get to work.
Where are you rushing to? Why don't you all just... A man who dare not down some wretch is a man...
You, hey, with the blades on your back. Help us! Those monsters all about.
Happy trails.
You've the look of a knight. Over there, monsters have come.
Gotta blow this up if I want to get rid of the Endrigas.
What now, you piece of filth?
Spores will sprout again. Should destroy the area if I want to get rid of them for good.
Let's go. The whole of us! At once!
You'll never learn.
Circle him! Oh, you twat!
It's not allowed, that pass on this is over.
Go, diddle of that son!
This shan't drag on too long.
Take the pecker to the back!
Come on, come closer.
Save me! Sir! Save me! Sir! Kill!
Charge! Take it for a ride! Praised be the prophet Leviathan!
Save me! Sir! Kill!
A billion blighted barrels!
I thank you, sir. Were it not for you, well, those bandits were not pulling pranks. I could pound some new steel for you in gratitude, but I must first return to my workshop in Belgard.
Drop by when I'm in the area. Come on now.
Myself, I like Count.
Not so fast, Roach.
I've sweat dripping down my thumb furrow. You came, you saw, you helped. Thank you, Witcher.
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine while some Witcher guards the common.
Not even a draft horse will talk without some carrot to move it.
Come on. Come on. Slower.
Here, kitty kitty.
Aye, pigs can fly.
tended to Belgard's problems. Vineyard should be in as good a shape as ever.
Splendid. And thus, officially by the power vested in me, I grant you title to the Belgard Vineyard, and trust that you shall make good use of its grounds and resources.
Excellent. I can already smell the grapes ripening in the sun.
We shan't forget what you did for us. Here, your pay.
But that's not all. You must come back and see us shortly. We've a surprise in store for you.
I'll do that. Farewell.
Master Witcher! The debt I owe I can never hope to repay, not in all my life. First, you ripped me from the Hanse's clutches. Now, thanks to you, the vineyard prospers like never before. You, sir, are owed a very good price on my goods.
Show me what you have. Show me what you have. See ya.
Mouth's dry as a stockfish.
A word. We've got something for you. It will only take a moment, I promise. It matters not that a man...
Oh, Witcher, greetings. Kind of you to come. Matilda and I, we've a surprise for you.
What's the surprise? Some new monster I need to kill?
No, something far more pleasant.
We've produced a wine. According to the best sommeliers, it might just dethrone Estes.
We owe this success to you. So, if you'd agree...
We'd like to name it after you.
What shall we call it?
Why not White Wolf?
Wild, with character. It fits perfectly.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like to send a few bottles to your home every so often.
I'd be honored. Thanks.
No, We thank you. Take care, Witcher.
Those once good days.
Vermentino and Coronata reconciled. Barry?
Around here, it's wine, wine, and more wine. But me, I prefer brandy.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesham-Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage, sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesham-Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I had no choice. As things stand, the die is cast.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. A great many beings have breathed their last here.
Cells? Who for?
Disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page of history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. Thus, they also kept humans.
They treated them like life.
I'd like to be able to turn back time.
Don't take it so hard.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Meat's stench is so thick, I wager it counts a quarter.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm it down. Somehow.
You won't be able to. You must force through this, that is all.
This is how we learn. Good. 'Cause I can hear more coming. longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover.
Resonance.
Are you certain you followed the formula? This is important, Geralt.
Relax. Got some...
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me. What?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district.
That would be... Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad.
It's our only lead.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble.
That's fair. Rest.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
A pleasure to welcome you once again. I previously served with distinction.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all.
Great. Can already... Starting to really like this place.
As you wish, sir.
Starting to get into this whole...
Provided we preserve the ground's Beauclervois stylings.
Let's put a pin in this for now.
Not the slightest
Renovations coming along.
Wonderfully. The furnishings you like.
Starting to really like this place.
As you wish, sir.
Starting to get into this whole renovating.
But of course. And have you anything specific in mind, sir?
In my trade, my...
Of course. No.
Then send out for one, please.
Of course. I shall send it. Will you be needing anything?
Been thinking about the outer...
If I might. Not only did...
Need to think it over some...
I understand.
That's all for now, BB.
Rolling on an empty stomach. Oh.
We shall long bear the scars of that witch's visit.
I wonder if I can get along from Cheltenham. And if I were to put...
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dolnevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Ellerin. Damn. Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints. Narrow and shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead. Damn it. Trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did. professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map Yen sent me will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Ellerin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine. Site marked on the map's all wet now. Sonratur flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay. Need to explore the location.
Hey-ya! Run, Roach. Oh!
Be gone from my
Ah! Slow now. Come on now.
Shadows tuned to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store. Implanted spikes. Sick sense of humor someone's got. Blood-soaked. Grave robber was wounded while attempting the climb. Needed to bandage up. Managed to avoid the Panthers at least. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Course. Locked. Need to find something to open it. Whoever was here must have scaled that wall, evaded the Panthers. mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Course. Locked. Need to find something to open it. Did it. Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Gargoyles sure don't look willing to help.
Unwanted guest. Intruder. You are not welcome here.
Yeah, figured as much. This just keeps getting better. Alright, now to find the next portal. Damn it, back where I started. Portal. Damn it, back where I started. Damn it, wrong again. Could be some clue around here. Now to find the next portal. Must be where Moreau had his lab. Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up? Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up. Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics. Empty. Wonder who was kept in here. Just need to pick an entry.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would... Today, following years of research and preparation...
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations.
Years of experiments. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved what I meant to cure him of his witcherism. That which I meant to restore to him a normal life. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. The contraption and mutagens I leave here.
So the Professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effect.
Observation 58. Sometimes. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutation... Observation 22. Despite applying it, I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Observation number 30. The subject does not bear this well. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated they are.
So, Professor tried to neutralize... Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his... Mom's awake and she's not in a good mood. Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Point going in wearing full gear. Gotta drop my armor, leave my weapons. Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out. Power cell for portals. Feels dead. Maybe a sign will revive it.
Let's go.
Damn, you're ugly.
Run, Roach.
Come on.
Oh, you'll not find work here.
Ooh.
Hey! So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun...
You can't blame me for Beauclair's
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots. Go to...
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit...
All you need to know is...
Is that so?
Try it, and I'll find you.
Is that a threat?
Yep. Leave the kid be and piss off.
Oh no! We'll pummel this... Circle him! Your circle him! Teach! Give me space!
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who's...
I'm investigating the beast.
Ah, yes. We've...
Nothing really?
Uh-huh. I see. You'll come with us. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. What?
Listen, I'm interested in...
Oh, wait!
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless... So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed.
How much?
Let's say... 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do?
Expand my venture.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it. That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss... It's not quite... I don't know... Out of the question.
Just one problem.
I shall patiently await your... Well, tell me, Kutz.
Here, your coin. Put it to good...
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget. I know the fellow you seek, so I don't...
Know where I might find him?
No, but...
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't...
When I clean boots, sir.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis... Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. And piles more coin.
But you won't hurt him.
In point of fact, he's a friend.
I leave his boots at the door of a house.
Worth checking.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before...
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
Do monsters have mamas and papas?
Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately come.
He here? Sense him?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently. Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. This his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though. Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
This slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Still got nothing, basically. Need to look around some more.
Let's get to work.
Dettlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Dettlaff killed not of his own accord.
A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping.
In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off, perhaps, by a bout of Dettlaff's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing?
And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans.
Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed. Render the Black...
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure it.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust...
Fine. Need to...
So be it. We'll await...
Oh, possible punishments have visited.
Lepiota. Where only my spirit is.
Now bring us some thick pudding.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Right here.
Oh!
Drinking. The most fun you can have. So.
Drink! Give me a drink!
Long live Duchess Anna Henrietta!
The palace is secure.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those...
And Buckthorn? When I was a child...
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble...
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone witcher, perhaps?
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my...
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little... Some transform into giant bats.
Yet all are still...
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that's...
Monsters driven by reason.
Try to talk to him.
I cannot believe this.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to...
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally... rich. Capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human. And he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy...
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Retour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen. We must go.
Saint Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never... We must ride to Castel Ravello at once.
Wait. You're great.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our...
Your Grace, what you propose?
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally. We shall go. Accompany. We will travel incognito. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short...
Yes, Your Grace.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a...
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure. But he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
You! Hey! With the blades on your back! Help us! Look! Monsters all about!
That Gwent will be the end of me. I've lost the game.
more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in Oltusa. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know.
Run, Roach.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue lamp.
I trust.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your grace?
That won't be necessary.
Naturally.
This is an inspection.
Oh, and who are you, sir?
This is Geralt of Rivia.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect...
Of...
Did you hear that, Witcher?
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least...
I see you've little notion how wine is made. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then the wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is...
Who hauls the barrels to...
We've our own garrison. Guards who have...
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see.
Your Grace?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from...
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in... Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main...
I shall find it. Give me the...
Oh, of course.
Come, Witcher.
The Butcher of Blaviken, called to be the savior of Tucson.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Everything lines up at first glance.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Got Pomino over here. San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
Full?
Full. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of San Real? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Barrel taps. Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal. Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum...
Is what I provide not...
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing. I shall tell you everything.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his...
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat that...
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of... I had hauled the barrel there. They
That's it?
That is to say, a few days passed.
Really thought nobody...
I was a fool. Very...
That's enough. No, all we...
Your Grace, I...
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Centurion Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you said.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
favorite vintner. It's not him.
We'll teach you discipline.
We've got to guard him together.
Magic!
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You want? At any rate, I see the... Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Wait, she...
I hope you did not think I would leave this to you. This prisoner of yours, bring... Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed you.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover.
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Usually only take measures like that as a last...
Do as you deem fit.
Captain, have your men find me a...
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save...
No! Don't let him!
Who hired you?
He'll...
Ought to be worried about me.
Go on, man.
The Centurion. That's what they said, that we were... I don't know anything.
Take him away. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the sentry.
Yes, Your Grace.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not...
Let's go to town.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man...
Perhaps he can, but he managed to steal ducal wine from under my... And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire.
Still don't know this Centrion's behind the...
Even if it's so, he then...
Need to find the Centrion, even if none of it's his due. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it.
Must you always? The port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it. We found him. He admitted all. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled...
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinct... On the Centurion's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer?
The same. We went to her home. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centurion
The Mandragora. What's that?
A club. An affiliation.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique. Consciously, I think. Behaving. All arrive in elaborate
Gotta nab the Centurion.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my...
Out of the question. If the Centurion...
Duchess is right. Need to be...
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In the...
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same... Geralt, you must don appropriate...
Just in case. Audacious rat, the Centurion. But we'll get him.